Live.
I'm Kim.
I'm Priya.
I'm Sue.
And today's topic is MOMcations!
Screaming. I'm a little excited about the MOMcation.
You got
a little excited.
To have boa all over me.
I get stuff flying in my mouth.
Okay, so what is a MOMcation?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know. Tell me what a MOMcation is.
Because I mentioned this before, and they're like, what? I don't do MOMcations. So a MOMcation, you would think it's a vacation where you go on a resort or whatever, but basically it's anywhere out of the house without the kids or your husband or your partner.
Those are hard to do.
Yeah,
I know. Or secluded somewhere in the home.
And
where
wait,
nobody's
and
around.
not work.
And no work.
Not at work.
No work. No,
Okay.
not at work. Well, I don't know. That's
Because some
interesting.
people might think that
Going to your 9 to 5 at
having
office
a hot
somewhere.
cup of coffee,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
hot meal. Some moms, I know, like if I have to travel for work and I'm away and I am
The hotel
The
or the
hotel.
airport sitting there and you get a glass of wine.
right,
That's a
right.
MOMcation.
Or maybe this comes up in our conversation later, but I know there are some moms who take full advantage of business travel and they'll schedule a massage. They'll bring their laundry and have the hotel
Oh
do
my
their
God,
laundry.
that's a great idea.
They'll make sure that I know that
I never did that.
when I was just traveling at the end of last month, and I was bummed that this fits into our topic. I was bummed that I had a handicapped bathroom because there was no bathtub, and I couldn't take a tub. I couldn't take a bath. I mean, it's fine, but I know some moms do that. And one of my friends, she makes sure that she'll schedule a spa treatment, and she'll have the masseuse come to her hotel room. She's like, I'm living it up because I have the guilt, so I might as well have all of the pleasure.
Yes.
You know, which is interesting.
Would you consider a MOMcation going over to a friend's house? So we have glasses here and our wine bottle. So me coming over to your house and being like, but your kids are here, but it's not a MOMcation for you.
Well, you know what?
Is that still a MOMcation?
It is. Well, it's kind of more like a laid back type of night because I mean, like, because our kids just kind of entertain each other.
Yeah.
Like they kind of leave us alone, you know, and we can kind of just like.
I know we have MOMcations during the day.
Yes. When you're home with your baby, you know, all day. You have no adult interaction, and you just like you know. Sometimes you feel like you're bouncing off the walls. Like that's how I felt. So anything like, oh, you know, we need to run to the store to get this. Volunteering. I'll go.
No,
like that. Even that 10-minute drive in the car. You know, it's just kind of like relaxes you.
I think definitely a MOMcation has to be more than a half an hour. You have to have at least more than 30 minutes. I know that's a commodity, but if you think about it, less than 30, you're like sitting there and you want to meditate, you want to be in your own space, or you want to be out. 30 minutes is not enough.
Sometimes the first 30 minutes, you're thinking about what else you should be doing.
Yeah.
You know, and so you have to get rid of that feeling.
Yeah.
So the guilt.
That's a good idea.
So no guilt whatsoever.
Oh, mani and pedis.
Mani and pedis work.
Yeah, I love getting like manicures and pedicures.
Or your hair done.
You know,
Yeah.
and you know, well, they like massaging the bottom of your feet.
Yeah.
All right, so some tips that you could use for a MOMcation is always schedule in advance.
Yeah.
Yes. And
You know?
plan for it, because sometimes a MOMcation, if it's 30 minutes or more, can surprise you.
Yeah.
If you don't realize that a library class is a drop-off class,
Yeah.
and you don't know when you say, oh wait,
Yeah.
I could have been doing these 5 other things. I could have scheduled a mani-pedi.
Yeah.
I could have scheduled a hair appointment. I could have gone down, you know,
Go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
gone for a walk in a park, or you could have done something else. So if you plan it properly, kind of have it in the back of your head, what if this? What if this? Or what if one of my in-laws says, oh, I can take one child for a few hours.
Oh my God,
If your neighbor says, oh yeah, let little one play with my little one.
And you know I have 3 kids. We all have, well, you have 2 kids.
2.
But I have 3 kids. So usually if one is gone.
Be my third.
Yeah, that's true. So usually when one's gone, it diffuses the fighting in the house.
Yeah.
So I consider that's, you know,
That's a mini.
that's a mini MOMcation. But yeah,
makes a difference.
planning in advance, finding out, you know, what your options are, getting a babysitter.
And if the kids are in school, and this is what I like to do, I don't tell them I do this, but since I live close to the beach,
You go to the beach?
I go to the beach.
Oh my God, I don't
They're
remember
out
the last
door,
time I went to the beach
and I will
by
go to the
myself.
beach. And I remember last summer I started doing it again, just going.
Where
by
was
myself.
my invite? You didn't invite me.
It was just
step.
one of the very last minute. The kids were already
The
left
last
school.
time I was at the beach was with you in Miami.
Was
When
it
you came to
myself?
visit years ago
Yeah.
with both of
But
us.
let me tell you, I did feel a
my.
little weird enjoying the beach weather and like the kids
Alone.
weren't there. And then I said, no, I gotta stop. And I just like closed my eyes. I
Yeah.
set my alarm for my sunblock. And I was just like, I'm just gonna relax because Sometimes you just need that downtime.
So do you guys feel like you need to tell the kids where you're going and what you're doing?
I think you have to be careful with that. Because sometimes you want them to know that it's okay for mom and dad, if it's a date night or whether it's a momcation, you want them to know that you need time away from them, to have a great
But
feeling.
you can't say I'm getting away from you.
No, you don't want them to take it in a negative way.
Yeah.
But I try to tell them when I do it, I try to tell them, mommy is a whole person. Mommy's not just the person who cooks and cleans and takes care of this, and I have other things and I have other responsibilities. But when you do something that's just for you, mommy also wants to do something that's just for her. And I want to do something that makes me a better mom for you.
Yeah.
And they understand it in that aspect, but it's hard to say, I need to get out of here. It's hard to not feel that way, because sometimes when everyone is yelling and screaming and no one has shoes and you need to get out the door and you're I just need to get away.
Yeah. And it's okay to feel like that.
Yeah.
Don't make yourself feel like I'm like a bad mom because I can't handle the situation.
Take the guilt to the door.
We've all had our moments where that day nothing's going right. Nothing.
At least once a week.
At least once a week.
It's all the
and you
time.
feel like you want to rip your hair out of your head, and you're like, oh my god, like why can't I get my act together? You could be, a mom less than a year. You could be a mom for 10 years plus, and you're
It
still.
doesn't end.
And it doesn't matter how much experience you have. You're gonna have that moment.
Right. And also, don't let other people's opinions change what you want to do, because everybody has a different threshold for what's okay. So there are some moms who, during the first 4 weeks, can take a trip to Vegas. I couldn't do that. That wouldn't work
4
for me.
weeks?
Yeah.
But I know a mom who did it. She left her baby with, and I'm not judging, and your eyes look a little judgy.
Yeah, I'm judging right now.
That mom was very comfortable. It was her 3rd baby, and she was okay. She said the baby will be fine. They're under the care of.
Oh well, 3rd
somebody I
child,
really
you
trust.
feel like you got it.
Yeah.
You do have it, but don't let somebody else's judgy eyes judge.
Yeah.
Because
Priya's judgy eyes.
some people think of a beach as an entire day process of pack the car, pack
And
the
what if you
You're
live
able to
in-
sneak it in.
Yeah, well, I was able, and plus because now I'm not worried about loading up like all the
Gear.
stuff for the kids. I grabbed my chair. I grabbed a little cooler for like my water and like a sandwich and some fruit. And then I was like, because I knew I was only going to be there for maybe 2 hours tops, and
that's great.
And that was it. And then I just,
That's awesome. But for the moms that live in the cities, what do?
You can do like the spa thing, like the mani-pedi, getting your hair done. But you have, Central Park. You can just go for a walk. You have the great lawn over there where you can just sit down and relax and just enjoy the view.
Or even if you're a working mom, even if it's making sure that you take your lunch hour.
Yeah.
That can be a momcation.
Yeah.
Because you feel so much pressure, and then pumping moms, you feel like you lose your lunch hour.
Yeah.
Because you have to pump when you're not with your baby, and then you feel guilty that you have to check your email while you're pumping.
Yeah.
Get out. Get out. Get out of the building.
Get out.
Walk outside.
Fresh
Just
air.
get some fresh air and interact with somebody.
It's good for your health, your mental, your emotional, physical, everything.
Yes, and then it recharges you for the afternoon. It's not just... it's not all roses and sunshine. It's not.
Yeah.
So it's so funny, like momcation sounds like a fun, like boa kind of thing, but there's a really deep, serious thing behind it, because we need some type of relief. And a happy mommy is a happy home, right?
Exactly.
So after you've kicked the guilt to the door, and you've gotten rid of it, and you've shushed all those voices about whether you should be doing laundry or whether you should be cleaning something or taking care of some chore that's around your house.
Yes.
Once you are on your way to your momcation, what else are things that we should be doing?
We'll use our app.
Maybe we should put
Well,
that.
actually, our app, our version 2 now has videos, and it has access to our giveaways and our website. So that could be a little momcation. If you're pumping and you want to look at our YouTube videos, the 3 of us, you
I get a good laugh.
could definitely do that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Subscribe to our YouTube videos.
And download our app.
Bye! If you like this video, click here to subscribe. If you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you would like to download the MomsPumpHere Nursery Locator app, click up here.